designed to force down towers, but it's a nature's prophet. He's going to get it anyway. Super. They're trying to fight here on how he's still got his ultimate. Nice. 3 TPs coming up. Super just waits it out. The tower actually got denied up by How as well. And the smooth, well, he's sealed up. There is no ultimate. Echo Slam. RTK goes down with a big ultimate. The missing flare from FY and the burrow strike from Fenrir. Follows up with the epicenter. Timeline's already used by How, but the ice blast is coming in. Whoa. Turns into the club. FY's going to go down. Fenrir hiding inside the sandstorm. Only thing he can do. Super. No mech. He just has 5-6 charges available to himself. And is there any support coming up from Fenrir? He can't do anything for his team. Super looking for a kill on How. Now Moo jumps back in again. He doesn't have mech available. Super will go down, taking a while to kill him off. But they do kill him nonetheless.
A lot of these trades really going in the way of NEWBEE. The score is 5-13 right now, and this is the NEWBEE game plan. Get a little bit of hurt in the early game laning stage, and then have your cores to join the fight. Look at how active Hao's been throughout the game. Look at how active Xiao 8's gonna be. And of course, the supports are playing extremely well. Tier 1 is going to get destroyed, so they're even on that front. I think NEWBEE's shown what they can do in this game too.
They're even as far as that trade-off goes, but you still got to remember, NEWBEE is starting to lose a little bit of map control here. All their Tier 1 towers have gone down. Be it denied or not, they're still giving more space for a Nature's Prophet to make that kind of space. And ROTK is going for the build I hope he was going to go for, and that's the Orca build coming out here from Nature's Prophet. He needs that bonus silence. He can't rely on the Skywrath Mage to do all the heavy lifting for the team. As you saw before in the last fight, he threw out the Mystic Flare and he could seal up the Brewmaster, but the funny thing is Brewmaster couldn't split anyway because he didn't have the mana for it. A bit of a problem when you got a Brewmaster running around with Strength Treads.
Yeah, I think having the Tier 1 towers down, like you mentioned, for NEWBEE is a big play for VICI, simply because they could do what they're trying to do right now. They could gather up, use a smoke, and then just go into the enemy jungle. Between the Sand King as well as the Skywrath Mage, you essentially burst anybody down on NEWBEE side. Between a Burrow Strike, Ancient Steel, and Mystic Flare, it doesn't matter who you are.
Oh, they smoked underneath the Observer Ward. The Dire Observer Ward would have caught the edge of that. I don't know if they saw the heroes exactly, but they definitely saw the movement coming towards bottom lane, and NEWBEE are baiting. They got Xiao Wei, who's the only man visible on this bottom lane, but look where we've got the movement. Moo's sitting inside the tree lines, Sunshing's behind. Now Xiao Wei, there's your Observer Ward, and they'll see him. Blink, Burrow Strike. They're looking to actually seal him off. There's actually got Moo again. Moo can't go for the split. They need to bill him off before he splits, and he got the split off. Super's in trouble. He's already used the mech. He's down. RTK. The Vortex has caught him in the tree line. He'll TP himself out of safety. Nothing can stop that one. He goes all the way back to base. Skywrath up and towards the air by the Brewmaster Robin. How in the meantime, diving after Fenrir. Sunshine, he's in trouble. Actually, no, he's not. He's just walking underneath the tower. Sealed on, not the Skywrath. Burrow Strike from Fenrir. The Concoction will follow him. The stun as well from the Fidget pulls him out of the Sandstorm. Move. Waveform out from Sylar. Picks up the Brewmaster. Fenrir still going to die for the cause. 10 life points. Burrow Strike. He turns in for it. The Prophet Ultimate picked up the Ancient Apparition as well.
Sylar's still alive. He's got the waveform shit. He needs it, but he's kind of surrounded from all sides. He needs teleport support from the rest of his team. Skyrage Mage is back in 1 second. Prophet could TP very soon as well.
He's coming.
Is he going to go for the kill? They're going for Xiao 8. Xiao 8,
well, they know they can't kill off Hal because he's just going to move around them. But then again, Hal is really, really low as far as mana goes. And now the waveform. They waited until he came around to seal. It's not enough damage. Time lapse. He comes straight back into it though.
FY is trying to run away, but the big dunk! Shansheng!
This is problematic. Waveform, Sunshine's in a little bit of trouble. Sylar actually being stomped up for the moment. Not enough. He's got 11 Mon charges. Ooh. He just needs 3 seconds, but Super snipes him from inside the tree line.
It's about the objective. NEWBEE are diving the enemy jungle, but the Tier 1 tower was for the picking.
Yep.
Both teams, or actually when I say both teams, I just mean NEWBEEs. NEWBEE, they don't really push that well without items. They don't have right-click heroes too much. I mean, how in theory right-clicks, but you know, for what, 100 damage? They need better push, and I like to see them focus more on these Tier 1 towers. It's nice to get kills.
Oh, Prophet, RTK.
Easy courier.
Chesty knows it's there, but then again, he flinched, moved,
is
jumps
he dead?
in, where's the stop?
Oh! He's gonna die!
He shatters in base!
No regen. Not when the Ice Blast is on your face. Great play.
How quick was that response from NEWBEE? The second they realized he was there, it looked like Chesty kind of like, he wasn't sure if he wanted to move in or out. And then he's just like, well, they just proper stuck around just a fraction too long because he's like, oh, maybe I can still get this guy. And that is where the downfall comes.
Looks like we're going to see a big deviation in terms of items. Sylar normally loves that Lincoln Sphere this game, going straight for a Black King bar. We haven't seen this build from, I want to say, Morphlings for quite a while. It was a very popular build 1 or 2 years ago. Basically, you get the BKB and you just fight 25 minutes in the game, and it seems like he's forced to get this item. There's so much burst damage on the enemy side that, you know, you just have to take that fight. NEWBEE, though, looking at different objectives, straight to Roche.
Yeah, and they can do this one pretty quickly. You've got the medallion from the Alchemist. Acid Spray's about to come off cooldown as well, so have that available, and RTK's in no position to come and fight this one. There's 10 seconds still left on his own TP. The Observer Ward does go down, and we'll see Immortal in his hands.
He needs it.
Oh, they need a D-Ward. Oh, Sentry Ward,
okay.
Yes, he got himself a double stun with the Mystic Flag, goes into the epicenter. Moon's going to evaporate right now, stealed up so he couldn't get the split. How will get the kill on Skyrat Mage, but Fenrir losing his life. How? Now actually going for a time lapse. The Sentry Ward isn't available anymore. Concoction from Zhao Wei trying to stop this Viper from attacking any further. While Hal, remember, he's took up this Aegis the model, hunting RTK in the tree line, dukes him up, dukes him down.
Look at the shaker,
now
the shaker.
Around. How? He gets a fissure off. Maybe it's enough life points. It is RTK. One more attack from Hal. He takes him out. The Nana, they're actually looking to get attacked. Super getting set up again by Zhao Wei's unstable Concoction. Hal over towards the side. He just sitting everywhere in this fight, but the kill goes to Zhao Wei. It's a Morphling Replicant running away. Echo Slam being used. Sylar, he wants to jump on the Replicant, but doesn't have enough time. Another Concoction out from Zhao Wei. Able to secure the kill after what looked like a really great initiation from VICI Gaming.
Hal teleports to the top lane with 160 health to farm. He's got to be careful because Prophet's back. No ultimate though for about 30 seconds. Brings me to the question, how do you stop Hal? He was in that fight with like 200 HP for all of it.
There's too many
and
targets
he didn't
to
die.
silence. There's too many targets to silence, and they don't have enough like burst damage to kill them off because you throw all your burst damage to get through a 1700 life point Brewmaster.
Yeah, I also think that VICI Gaming's forte isn't at taking these fights. What they're really good at is initiating with a Burrow Strike, Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare. Get one kill and get back to farming.
Yes.
You don't want to take those chaotic fight in the jungle, but simply you don't have enough lockdown for Hal. You don't really have enough chaos control to deal with the Shaker, deal with the Brewmaster, and Zhao Wei on the Alchemist. So I feel like VICI Gaming is trying to tackle NEWBEE where NEWBEE is at their strongest, which is these scrappy fights. And right now, that's the reason why they're behind 15 kills and a ton of gold. 75,000 gold lead for NEWBEE.
Yeah, and 15k on the experience as well. This is not the way VICI Gaming have to continue to play if they want to try and win this game and be one victory away from taking out the International 4. And NEWBEE, they're grouping up. Again, they try and force the team fight. And again, Moo, he's sitting there with a level 2 split. He knows he's still got his ultimate. The question is if he can use it or not, because ROTK throws out his own ultimate. This actually give him enough money to finish the Orchid now. So we have a secondary disabled during the team fights. That mech charge, well, that just repaired all damage done by the Prophet ultimate. And the TP is coming to bottom lane. It's going to be the Alchemist to defend the tier 2 tower here. But Sylar, he just wants to try and force into the tier 2 tower, force a little bit of harassment, maybe some reactions from NEWBEE at least to the bottom lane, to buy some more space for ROTK on the top lane, who, maybe this is now what VICI Gaming do. They realize that the split push power of NEWBEE is quite poor. So what do? You have a Prophet and you have a Morphling. Oh wow, bottom lane, Zhao Wei. Epicenter being committed, it's enough damage. They get the kill and they're out. Fenrir may not be so lucky. He's got bugs on the back of him. Moo with a clap off target on that one. Didn't have enough damage. Sandstorm is there. There's your Burrow Strike down, but he can't blink away while this bug is on him, using the Sandstorm for the Invis, but Hal is sticking along with him, and they will be able to pick up the kill here.
I think the Sand King should have used Sandstorm as soon as it came off cooldown, because that will remove the bug, allowing to essentially blink away if you ever get the blink off cooldown. Burrow Strike afterwards. But great chasing from Hal, and picks up yet another kill.
Top lane, Fidget was just used. RTK is trying to reach him. But I thought for a moment he had the Orchid already on him, but it looked like he didn't.
Yeah, right now Shansheng is getting to his Blink Dagger. He will have it if he wants to wait for that. I think the key items are coming out from NEWBEE are just simply on a different tier. At this point, Hal is just going to pick up damage. Desolator is going to be done in 1,000 gold. I imagine that's going to be his item choice. Blink Dagger is going to be allowing Shansheng to fight much, much better. I'm surprised that Banana didn't go for an item like Aghanims to just increase your damage output and his survivability, but Force Staff is one of the best utility items in the entire game, so no surprise that he's going for, you know, one of the better support items, should he not buff up himself.
I'm wondering how long it's going to take before ROTK just tries to force something against the Weaver. Because I really feel like Hal has got to be the main focus here. I know he's got an Aegis the Immortal, and you got to kill him twice over, but they need to kill this Weaver. He's out of control. His net worth is 11.6k right now. Compared to the highest over on VG Gaming, That's only 8,000. Hello, top lane. Lincoln Sunshine down Fenrir. The Skywrath made over Fenrir. Nice double Burrow Strike. He's still going to go down right now because the Ice Blast has already done its massive work. And when the follow-up's done from Alchemist, they pick up both heroes on the top and feed the BKB into Zhao Wei. While in middle lane, House diving and ROTK. He doesn't have the Lincoln Sphere anymore. He's got a lot of damage. And now, he orchid in a range creep. Hound's got just like, he's got a ticket to farm now. And maybe even farming up the hero.
He's going for kill,
coming
man.
in for ROTK, and he wants him. There goes your Bugs up on top of the hill. It won't be able to latch on ROTK, diving in so deep to the tier 3 tower. He can't see in. Has to time up himself back in towards the middle lane.
It's very low risk when the fact that you already used the Orchid, you could just go in, make that dive. Who's actually going to stop you? Skywrath Mage was dead just then, so.
Courier Snipe moves on it, and he got it.
Bang.
Easily picked up.
VICI Gaming can't be affording to make these type of mistakes. They don't have too much room for mistakes. What I said earlier about Hao's inability to really push and punch towers, he'll soon be able to do so once once he's got Deso, he pushed towers very fast.
Should also be flagging too. That's the second courier death for the Radiant side within the last 10 minutes.
Yep. Which is a surprising stat, and especially against a team that has a Nature's Prophet. Generally, Nature's Prophet is the one that's, killing couriers left and right.
Well, he tried. He definitely tried, and he definitely failed.
And Hao steals a pretty important stack, I want to say, away from VICI Gaming. This is the advantage you get by playing this type of carry. You could go on the enemy side, not really worry about dying. Looks like his age is just run out, so maybe he shouldn't play as aggressive anymore.
He just got himself a Desolator. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he can still play aggressive. The amount of damage he's going to be pumping out up against his VICI Gaming lineup is more than enough to rip him apart. Even with Super with his 16 armor, that Desolator is really going to stop that. And there's actually a large smoke movement coming out right now from VICI Gaming. You've got to get the Blink Burrow Strike right. Zhao Wei is the man on the front lines, but inside Chemical Rage, and that's a level 3 Chemical Rage. Keep this in mind that Zhao Wei is already so high up on the levels that he has that huge amount of regeneration. And there's no one on VICI Gaming that has a high enough amount of damage output to do that. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet actually dies on the top lane to Sunshine.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting for this initiation on bottom lane. Sentry wards are down, but the SK, he's too far back. He's not in the front lines. They will not be able to catch out NEWBEE, and Prophet dead in the top lane to an Earthshaker.
Something what we saw last game is that Acid Spray cancels Blink Daggers, and Fenrir wasn't able to get nearly close enough to Blink Burrow Strike, which again is their initiation. In fact, it's NEWBEE coming back in. They want to fight.
He has to BKB himself up right now. No, he's looking for FY. They want to take away this seal while he's under the cover of BKB. The Bug should be able to finish the job right now, while Sylar getting torn apart by Hao. He moves up to GG. 26 minutes in. NEWBEE have too much control. VICI Gaming, they didn't even lose a tier 2 town before they make the call, but they realize resistance is futile in this game, and NEWBEE will level up the grand final at 1 game apiece.
To me, this is a series of supports. If FY gets going, they're going to do a lot better. If Banana gets going, then the other team's going to do well. So I think they should focus very much so on the lanes and on the supports.
Man, it's worked for NEWBEE in this game. Of course, though, VICI Gaming, they still have that 1 game, which means we basically clean the slate as far as who has the advantage. But of course, we'll be coming back for game number 3 in just a moment. In the meantime, back to the panel.
Thank you, Toby and Lumi. So NEWBEE bring it back to a 1-1.